Hey guys, so it's the weekend. Finally it's the weekend. So this morning what I've got for you is a very special video. It's not something I've done before. It's going to be quite tricky given that we're on lockdown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a AFOL Q&A. What does that mean? Well, what is an AFOL? So for those of you that don't know what an AFOL is, I'm an AFOL and it stands for Adult Fan of Lego, and I'm a member of three different lugs actually, and the logo stands for Lego User Group. And I'm sorry for those guys that are watching this that actually know all this stuff, but I'm pretty sure there'll probably be some people watching this that probably doesn't have a clue. So I'm a member of three different lugs, and I know quite a few fellow AFOLs, and one of the fellow AFOLs has kindly offered to do a Q&A. So I have somewhere here, I should have got this prepared earlier, my little green book, which has got 20 questions prepared for my fellow AFOL, and it is 9:21 and the Q&A is going to start at 10. The AFOL that I'm going to be interviewing is called Fiona Wilmot, and obviously I'll introduce you when we get started. So for now I'm going to sign off, and in approximately 40 minutes we're going to get into the Q&A and find out a little bit more about my fellow AFOL. Catch you later guys. Hey guys, so this is my first AFOL Q&A. I'd like to introduce you to Fiona Wilmot.
Hello.
I'm going to be putting her through the paces over the next 5 to 15 minutes, I guess. So I've got my little green book prepared with 20 questions. I've got my coffee. I think Fiona's got her coffee.
Yes.
And we're going to get into it. So Fiona.
Yeah.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, not too bad.
Are you nervous?
A little bit, just a little bit.
Well, we'll try and keep it as fun as possible.
Be kind to me though, aren't you?
I'll try. Right then, okay then, let's get cracking. So, first question: how did you get into Lego?
Oh, that was I never had Lego in my childhood really. I remember it being there, but never shown much interest. Then about 6 years ago, we went on a little holiday up to Durham, and we went into the cathedral there, and they were building it out of Lego. So, and you donated, so for every brick you laid you paid £1, and it went towards the cathedral. So I paid a bit of money, but I didn't actually lay the bricks. I gave them to my partner Jace to lay. He laid them, and I was just fascinated by this. It was on my mind all day. So when we got back to our hotel, I looked up on the internet whether you could get adult sets, and that was it really. I bought the detective's office, and I have been poor ever since.
And the rest is history, as they say. So if you didn't get into Lego, or you hadn't had that chance encounter with that cathedral, what do you think you would have been doing if you went into Lego? What would you have got into, do you think?
I've no idea. Absolutely no idea. I was at one point building a doll's house.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I guess I'd have persevered with that. But I built the sides and I painted them too much and they wouldn't go together. So I lost a bit with it. And so I always like creating things. And when I was a child, I used to get the Britain farm animals and things for Christmas and birthday presents every year. And I never played with it. I just laid it out and set it up for people to come and look at. So I guess this sort of like AFOL bit of me about building things to show was always sort of like part of me.
Very good. So how long have you been in AFOL?
Well, for a couple of years. I'd say from when I bought my first set. However, I didn't realise what I was for a few years because I just did it on my own. I thought I was a geek on my own. So I'd just buy the sets for every birthday and Christmas, and spend probably a little bit more than I should. And it was just building until then, building sets. And then, I don't know how long ago it was now, after a few years, I guess, I started going to see shows and look around, and then I joined lugs and things. So, yeah, pretty much all that time, apart from I did it on my own, and my partner thought I was ridiculous and childish. So we found lots of other people like you.
So you just mentioned, obviously, you're a member of a lug. So
Yeah.
at the beginning of the video, I explained what a lug was. So,
Yeah.
You know, which lugs are you a member of, and kind of what do you get out of being a member of a lug?
Okay, so I'm a member of 3 lugs at the minute. Northern Brickworks, Brickshire and Brickish. And I love being in a lug because they're just like me. So I have somewhere and some people to express my hobby. And also I do a lot of the shows with them, stuff like that. Not at the minute, obviously. We're really missing that this year.
Yeah.
Online meets. It's just a whole social world that's there now via virtual meets.
Yeah.
It's brilliant, and it has kept me going during these times.
Yeah.
Not they?
Hasn't it just? So obviously you mentioned, when we weren't in lockdown, that you visited a few shows.
Yeah.
And I know we've both been to shows together as well. Although I think I've been to about 3. So, so what's the furthest show you've been to? What's the best show you've been to?
The best.
Yeah.
They're all good in the way. Whether they're slightly bigger or smaller, they're all good in the way. They've all got, because the same sort of people go, and it's so friendly. It's a friendly atmosphere. So I wouldn't say that there's any that's better than others. As far as the furthest away, I don't know. Some of them I have to stay overnight for in a hotel because they'll be 2-day ones and they'll be quite a way away. I did Monkey Bricks, which was Haywood, so that's near Manchester.
Right.
As far as I've been that way. A lot across Yorkshire. I was planning some that were a little further this year, but usually I can get to a show in a few hours.
Yeah. Not been abroad then yet.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I don't think that would go down very well.
Have to take Jason with you. Right. Okay. So, what if you can remember? What was the first set you bought? Actually, I think you might have already mentioned it, but what was the first set you bought?
Yeah, I bought the Detective's Office, which is sat here, which I can show you. Just a second. You watch it fall to bits. So this is probably that on my desk. This is the one I bought. Detective's Office.
Nice. Don't think it's available anymore, is it?
No, it's a lovely build as well. It's got lots of like little secret stories in, and it's very dusty actually. And this is what made me fall in love with Lego. I don't think it's my favourite, but it's my favourite because it's my first, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not a favourite build.
Right, we'll reserve that answer for a question further down the list.
Sorry, I'm preempting you.
Yeah, it's all right. So, what was the first mock that you built, and have you still got it? If you can remember.
I won't have it because I'll have done one for a build challenge at Love Meet. So that'll have been destroyed. My first show mock was a little beach. Well, I'm saying little, it wasn't very little, it was quite big. And no, that got destroyed. However, just recently I built a bigger version of it with more included. And
Just send me a picture for you and I'll include it in the video.
Yeah,
I'll let it pop up when we get to this question.
Yeah. So that's just still laid out on the table below. It's waiting to be destroyed actually. But that one I built for a virtual show with Northern Brickworks. So I thought I'd try it again. And it was quite a lot bigger. I set myself up really. So it was a lot to do. But yeah, that was the very first one, the beach.
Very good. Go on then, let's ask the question that we were going on to. So what's your favourite Lego set and why?
My favourite one, and I've got this here too.
But prepared earlier.
No, I've got a certain amount left. I'm just going through a big transformation in my Lego room because I've ordered some cabinets that have come in to display pieces. So I'd say that was my favourite. It's my favourite out of the modular buildings, and that's the Parisian restaurant. And I think that's so charming, so lovely.
I don't think that's available anymore either, is it?
I don't think so, no. I just love that one. I think it's just lovely. That was just a joy to build that one.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's got a big cobweb on, so the spiders like it too.
Spiders have moved in.
So that
taste.
Modular build, and then I guess your favourite changes all the time. Depending on what you've got. For example, what I could do is I've got Barracuda Bay there.
Yeah.
With my latest build. That was just so charming to build as well. I could go through every set I have and say that it's but to be honest.
Alright, then on the flip side then, what's one Lego set that you regret buying and why?
Do you know, I really don't think I've got any. There'll be some I've bought, small sets for just parts that are a bit naff.
You mean like the hammerhead shot that comes with a crappy submarine?
Yeah, things like that. Yeah, and it is a lot of those little starter sets. Sometimes they're really good, but I don't think I've got anything because I only really buy what I like.
So you've never actually bought like a big set and thought, I've kind of wasted my money on that. It's not what I thought it was going to be.
No, I don't think I have. I've bought sets that are impossible to show or keep out because they're so big.
Yeah.
And I've liked them. I suppose if I went back to modular the modular series, I like them all because they're a collection and I would always get them. However, some of them I don't think are as good as others. I don't think this year's the bookshop was fantastic.
Yeah.
I like the townhouse and I like the colour. I like it all. It's lovely to look at. I'm just looking at it now. It's lovely to look at, but I feel it needed more. Like the townhouse needed to be another level up. It kind of looked a bit stubby.
Yeah. Just looking at it over my shoulder, actually. Yeah.
But I don't think there's any sets I regret buying. There's I regret not buying.
Yeah. Lucky you. I think one set I regretted buying, I think, was the Legoland set that I got from Billand.
Right.
There's lots of little bits, and I like sets to be together. So.
I remember having a discussion with you once before. I don't mind those because you weren't over fond of the Chinese New Year set that had all the little bits, were you?
No.
You see, it was beautiful. Really. And
I find them hard to display. Something like that. It's lots of little bits to display. You kind of like need to build something, like build them into something, or.
Yeah, and that's what they're good for, I think.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, so I think I'm gonna guess the answer to this question, but do you have a go-to Lego theme and why?
Yeah, my modulars I would get every year. Simply, I suppose, because I haven't got the room to do it, and I've got a few up there, and then I've got downstairs I've got a few, but that you can just build a street, so you've automatically got a lovely display, and it's growing every year. I like that, and I like the fact that it's just one a year, so they're not over egging it. It's just one new one a year. So yeah, I would always get those now, simply because if I didn't get one and I missed one, I couldn't afford it in the future. And a few of them that I have missed, I've actually bricked together.
Yeah.
With slight changes, some of them, but But yeah, and at the minute, I really like the fairground.
Oh yeah.
Stuff. Because I like the way I want to learn more about motorising things. So you can do that. And I would always get the Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you with that. All right then, so tell me a little bit about yourself. So what do you do for a day job?
I'm a staff nurse. So I'm sensible in the day and eat when I get home.
Yin and yang. And what do your family and your friends, and specifically Jason, your partner, think about you being an AFOL?
Oh, at first, I think I've changed and I think I've swayed them all slightly. So at first, everybody just thought I was ridiculous. And I'd go around showing them pictures of what I'd built, and they just all thought I was a bit ridiculous. I think you could tell they were bored by it. Now I think it's changed slightly, because my mother would say every time, "Oh, do you really need to spend that much? It's my money, Mum." I'm in my 40s. I can spend it how I want. But now, I mean, my family all love it. My dad used to borrow sets off me. My mum wants to one day, when she moves into a flat, display one of mine. She said, "Oh, maybe I could borrow a Lego set so I can display it." And then, so they all love it. Jace has got a bit better. So he will, he has. He does take an interest now. But he won't go to shows with me because he'd be bored, and that's fair enough. I don't want to be keeping an eye on somebody that's bored all the time. But he does like the social aspects of it.
Yeah.
And he will belong to lug meets with me, and he's not done any virtual ones. We're not that addicted yet, and he will. It's like if we have a day out somewhere with the group or whatever, he will come. And I think, like yourself and your wife, I think, he's really good friends with you two, and as he is with other people in the groups, so he likes that side of it, I'd say. And then he tolerates the Lego. It's like the Lego shop, he'll stand there and tolerate it.
We'll have to change that. So how many hours a week do you reckon you spend playing with Lego? I
don't know really, because it depends what I'm doing that week. Like this last week, I've spent really quite a lot of time, because I'm working odd shifts at the minute. I'm having more days off, and I have a huge pile of Lego behind me that's waiting to be built, but I'm not building any of it yet, because as I said earlier, I think I'm getting some display cabinets that are coming July. So I'm trying to pack up a lot of stuff and organise things a little bit differently, so I can fit those in and not have too many Lego sets. Because I've a table in here for building, and at the minute it's just covered with Lego sets waiting to be dismantled. So I've been spending more time dismantling than building this week. And every now and again I build a set just so I feel that I'm doing something a bit positive as well. But and I'm also sorting the loft out because I had all the big boxes up there, the big sets, and I actually, until I got them all down here, didn't realise how much Lego I had, to be honest. And I flat packed all those, so it was a bit heartbreaking. I would have preferred not to do it, but I just haven't got room to store them like that, and I'll never get rid of them, ever. So because I don't sell any Lego. And I just keep buying it, so it'll go. So, but I like to keep the boxes, or some of the boxes. So, yeah, I'm having a real big rejig at the minute, which means that I'll keep losing things, and then I have to spend like 3 hours looking for it because I'm new last week. That's happened twice this week.
So when it's all set up, we'll look forward to seeing your room tour.
Yeah,
coming soon.
I've only got this small room at the minute, but it does, and I also it goes into, because I live on my own in a minute. It does go into my
it's a good investment.
Room. Yeah.
So we've got about 3 questions left. I'm not quite sure I've done all 20 because we've kind of like jumped around a bit compared to what I planned out, but that's absolutely fine. So what will be the next set you'll likely buy from the Lego shop, not online, when it reopens?
Ooh, it depends what I've bought online before. It depends when I go, really, because I've a few on my wish list.
Yeah.
I've got 2 more Harry Potters to collect this summer's ones. So I've got the Privet Drive and the Room of Requirements set. So I've not got much in that, and I do want the little minifig set with one from each house. Yeah, I do want that as well. Maybe 2 of those. And then it just depends what I get online before then. I really would like the haunted house.
Yeah, me too.
That's my next big buy, I think.
Yeah. Plenty to go out then.
Yeah. And I just can't wait till Pick a Bricks open again.
I know, me too.
In whatever form it comes back in, because that was the good thing about going to the Lego shop. There was that wall of like amazement there.
Shining new Lego. Yeah.
Yeah. Excited about, and obviously the staff in the Lego shop are lovely. So Sheffield's my nearest one, and the staff are just, you get to know them, so it's nice to go in to speak to them.
Yeah.
Which you get on the site, obviously.
Do you collect minifigures? And if you do you have like a favourite minifigure or a favourite series?
Okay. Well, when I first started collecting Lego, I looked at the minifigures and I thought, I'm not going to start collecting them. You know, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to be that much of an addict. That changed because I bought one, and I remember buying it, and I think it was series 13, and I went in the Lego store and I wanted that particularly one for a little thing I was doing. Jason bought me this little construction like set, and he works in construction. He estimates the price of buildings and that, so I did this little mock for him where I put construction workers and put the name of his company, but I had to write it in letters. I wasn't clever enough to do it in Lego at that point. But so I did that, and I bought this little workman minifigure with a saw and I don't know.
Yeah, I think I've got
him out at the minute. But so I bought that one to put on this, and then I bought another, and then I bought another, and then I bought another.
I think you mean that one.
That's the one, yeah. So I really
I think series 13 is the first one that I've got as well.
Yeah, so that little chap is the reason I am skins.
Yeah, they're not cheap, are they? The little minifigures.
I've collected all the other sets. I am now 7 minifigures from finishing collecting everything.
Wow.
So that's without Unikitty though. I haven't got Unikitty, and I haven't included the German footballers.
Yeah.
Some I might have to get them just to finish it off.
Yeah.
But my favourite one, let me go and see if I can. I suppose I say favourite one. I don't think I have got a favourite, but this one was very special to me. And Jace bought me this, and it was quite expensive, and it's the Series 1 Nurse.
Oh, yeah.
There she is. And it's always been one of the more expensive ones. And we saw it at, I think it was the Yorkshire Brick Show a few years ago when we were just visitors. And I said, oh, wow, look at that. And he bought me it. So,
that's nice.
Yeah, so that's very special to me, obviously, because I am a nurse. And, she's not really, nowadays, if she was released in a minifig set, I don't think she'd be popular.
No.
Because there's not much to her.
She'd have a mask on now.
Yeah.
She'd have PPE on.
Actually, there is one actually which is next to her, and I can't remember which series. I don't know which series this comes from. Maybe series 8. So it was a later one. Is the little doctor guy? He has got a mask.
With the mask on, yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess she's my favourite just simply because. And then I like things like the Bumblebee. I was well pleased when I got that. There's some that you just like when you get. And then just up here, whether I can take it off the wall, and I made this for these. It's the only ones I've got on display at the minute because I've got nowhere to put them, really. That's
the Olympic set.
Yeah, and I made that frame. It's not brilliant,
Nice.
but it does for now.
That's nice.
My eye on, as soon as I collect them, I've got my eye on these cabinets that I've found that will go on the wall, and in about 3 they'll store them all.
Yeah. Right then, I'm going to put you to the test now for the last question.
Okay.
This is going to test your memory.
Yeah.
Can you think of a funny incident where Lego was involved?
Ooh.
Yeah. So something that made you laugh or cry. Well, no, actually, it wouldn't be a funny incident if it made you cry. But maybe cry with laughter, don't know.
There'll have been loads at the shows and stuff, with people. I guess one here was my dad once borrowed one of my Christmas sets. He wasn't very well, and I said, why don't you borrow one of these Christmas Lego sets? Because my dad was always really, he's since passed away, but he was always really into my Lego, my dad. And so I lent him one of my Christmas sets, and he built it and really enjoyed it. And then he dismantled it, and he was a perfectionist, so it was all perfect when it came back in all the right bags and everything. And then when I came to build it, there was a minifigure missing. So I rang him up and I said, Dad, I think you've lost a minifigure. Will you check around my house, see if there's a minifigure there? So he checked for about 2 days, and it was gone, and I'm blaming my dad for losing this minifigure. And then about 6 months later, I looked at my Parisian restaurant, and the minifigure that we lost was sat at the front in a croissant. So I must have borrowed it at some point. And my poor dad never even got the figure in the first place, and he's been blamed for losing this little figure, and it's just sat nice and innocently in the Parisian restaurant eating a croissant. So obviously I got straight but Dad, I found that minifigure.
So that's quite funny, I must admit.
Yeah, just the fact that he was just sat there innocently eating his croissant. But there's been loads that have been, I guess, from the meetings and You know, because they're all about fun.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's all the questions over with. You'll be glad to know. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time, and don't forget to check it out on YouTube when I upload it later on today.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll watch myself.
I'm going to let you go now. I'm just going to sign off. So guys, thanks very much for watching this video. This is the longest video I've done. I'm just looking at the time. It's 28 minutes, and I'm not going to do any editing. So you're going to basically see it as it is. Yeah. So thanks very much, and again, thank you very much to Fiona, and I'll see you soon sometime. Cheers, guys.
Goodbye.
Hey guys, you've been watching AFOL Chris. If you like this video, hit the like button below, leave a comment and subscribe to my channel.